Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Hermits on Bedrock. I am your host, Conman1125, and today we are going to continue our journey on finishing this season. As you can see behind me, I've been doing a lot of work over here on the other side of the castle. Now, I know we said that we were going to go to the CNS Towers this episode, but I just couldn't help it. I just wanted to finish up this side, and I think that might be what we do this episode. If we have time to go over there to CNS Towers, we will. But as you can see, I've been pretty much grinding away over here for the past couple of days. I terraformed this, this used to be a manual sugarcane farm. Took it down, terraformed this area up. I'm going to put something over here. I don't know what that's going to be yet, but it feels a little bit empty. I added the church. I added the Fletcher's place. I added this building and the church. Yeah, okay. So I added those three buildings, and these buildings, by the way, are based on Mythic Sausage's channel. So I will be putting that in the description below. He does an excellent job creating these, and he's really inspired a lot of this building style for me. There's a couple things that I've changed from his designs and the way he does things, but it's gonna be like that for all the things. You got to add your own little personal touch to it. However, he just has the mind for these types of builds that you're pretty much a genius. But we've terraformed this area. If you go back to the previous episode and watch me fly around, you'll really notice the changes, and I might put a couple pictures up of these changes, but you'll notice the big changes that's been made over here, and especially over here. We pushed this back. This used to be way out here. We pushed it back by a lot, and so now we're able to put our building that we want right here, and probably have another building in here. But I want the farmer to be up there so we can have the crops up on the hill. It's gonna look pretty amazing, I think. And that's pretty much what we're going to do. I'm hoping that I can get a time lapse in. I'm hoping that I can. They're so hard for me to film, but I'm definitely going to try to get one done. Maybe even building one of these buildings. We might include another pond or lake right here and have the crops surrounding it. I think that sounds like a good idea. And then we'll finish up this back wall. But before we do anything, I want to show you my list of things to do before we finish this season. So our first list is right here at the castle, where we've been working for the past episode, but we'll probably continue to work for the rest of this episode. But we have up here the castle to do before season ends. Finish the town, we're working on that. Make gatehouses and all outer wall entrances. Fix original village or trading hall. Finish terraforming, build the bridge across the river, and finish castle interior. Well, hopefully we can get all that done, but let's go to the next list. The next list is right here in CNS Towers, the biggest build of the season, and my biggest build that I've ever done. So let's take a look at this. The CNS Towers to do before season ends list. Finish ground floor shops. Make first floor ceiling. Finish ground floor outline. Finish ceiling on master sorter room. Finish the potion room. Finish villager trading hall, add helicopter, finish top floor with meeting room, finish the vault, and finish the lab entrance. I don't know about you, but that sounds like a lot of work. Hopefully we can get to that this episode. We might get a couple little things done around here, but I doubt that we're gonna be able to get the roof done. That's gonna be quite a project, and there's gonna be a lot of design work that goes into that along with the rest of it. But I think we did a really good job building this, me and Saquon. And I really like what we did with this second tier, where we have the tree and all the shrubbery. I think we're going to continue that all the way up. The idea was to have a place where our employees can come out and relax and eat their lunches and all that other stuff that employees do, because we're CEOs. We live on the top executive floor, which we'll also have to finish. I think this is where we're gonna put the helicopter. Definitely a little executive-looking helicopter. We got the pool where we can still see. We can see everybody that's swimming from our offices down below, which I think was a very neat idea. But let's just go ahead and we're gonna dive right into the building, and hopefully I'll bring you back when we've made some progress. All right, so let's get to terraforming this area right here, and hopefully it'll look a lot better than it did before. And I'll be back momentarily. Okay, so here behind me you can see that we've got a lot of stuff done. I actually cut out a lot of this right here. I actually cut it out just about that much. And you can see we still got a little bit of work to do. But I left some things undone so that I can show you kind of my process of doing this. I like to make things look, this is my personal preference, and you can terraform many different ways, but I like to make things look a little bit more round than square. Now, of course, you're not going to get away from making things a little bit square, but you can see I kind of just round these out, keeping the same general pattern, just like a regular hill would, making this thing like a little ridge, coming down. And then over here, we did a lot of stuff. We did so much. I've been here for about an hour, but I left this here on purpose to show you guys uh, just about my process. So I don't like anything longer than maybe 3, maybe even 4 blocks straight. And that's whenever you start getting the square looking section like this. This is the generated section. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to say 2, okay, and then 1, and then 1, and then 2, and then 1 right here. Fill it in and then take a step back and look. You can see already it looks much better. And also, I don't like having patterns either, because that catches the eye and just kind of makes it look a little bit less realistic. So what I'll do is I might take out 1, leave a 3, and then a 2, and it kind of just gives you the randomness of it. And kind of a random, more realistic feel, because there's nothing symmetrical in nature at all. If there's something symmetrical in nature, then it's man-made. And I don't think we're going to get away from doing this because we've already made these outer walls. And like I said in the previous scene, I don't really feel like moving these walls whatsoever. I might, because I've already done so much work over here. But I want this hill to look beautiful because it is going to hold our farmer and possibly a few other villagers. Now, the reason I came in and showed you guys this was because I'm going to be putting trees here soon, and that's going to break it up even more and give it much more of a round shape. Now let me sleep real quick and I'll bring you guys right back. That's better. And our little village is really starting to take off and look amazing from all angles. It really looks good at nighttime. But let's fly over the forest real quick, and I want to point out a couple other things. Is that a lot of people, they'll scatter out just oak trees. And as you can see, there's a lot of mixture of birch and oak in this forest, but not a lot of spruce. But like you can see right here, I like to add the occasional spruce tree. It just kind of gives it a little bit different of a shape and breaks up the formula of the birch and oak leaf pattern, because they have like the same leaf pattern. And you can kind of see it gives it a better silhouette. And then yeah, you can see I've also done that over here. And so now you guys can kind of get the idea of what we're going to do next. So whenever you see it in the next scene, all this stuff is done. You'll be able to tell and see what we did. So as you guys can see behind me, I have been working all week long on this village, and it has turned out amazing. Much better than I ever thought that it was going to turn out. Then we'll look over there in a second, but first I want to show off this little piece. This is probably my favorite villager build of all of them, is the farmer's house, just simply because it just turned out a lot better than I thought it would. And I love the farmland behind it. You can see that it looks really good from up top, and in this area, whole area looks really awesome on a map. You can't really see where we're at, but on the map it looks really cool, and like the castle looks really good, and it's all just turning out a lot better than how I was gonna leave it. And I'm so happy that the work has paid off. And as you can see, we've done a lot of stuff over here. We put this building there. We put another 2 buildings right here. And then, of course, these 2. Like, all these buildings take about a day and a half to 2 days to make and put down. And I'm still not done with some of the details. As you can see, I've been putting in some trees, been throwing in some bushes, and it's really been livening these areas up. I put some trapdoors down there, and it's really just completing these builds and making them from, bland plain textures into alive with, very much living. Just like this building looks very cozy and real. And the bushes, and then, over here, the flowers really just create a sense of realism that this dude would get. Dude, what are you doing, man? You peeping Tom? You trying to see somebody in the shower? Too bad. Interiors aren't done yet, boss. Anyway. But yeah, I mean, these builds have just turned out amazing, man. It's just really, yeah, the greenery really brings it all together. And back here, I've added a lot of trees around. I'm gonna put a well right here, like a community well, one on this side and probably one on the other side of the village over there. We added the cartographer's house, and again, I can't stress this enough. A big shout out to Mythic Sausage. All these builds were inspired by his, and I made a couple of different changes from his designs. But seriously, this has taught me so much about how to different styles of builds and different roof patterns and stuff like that. It's really been an incredible ride building these. Because like I said, I've been here most of this week. About a week and a half I've been doing nothing but this right here. And it's just turned out amazing. I got some cows and a sheep over there. They keep getting out somehow, but I'll figure it out. And we're gonna breed them up real good and nice. And you can see into the library over there. And like I said in the previous scene, I mean, this just turned out really good. I mean, you just come down here. You can see I completed the path. I'm going to probably spiral a little bit more. It looks a little bit too straight. But you come in here, and you kind of see this. What I'm thinking about doing is moving the entrance from there to over here. And put in the comments whether or not you want me to move it or not. But I'm going to move it from right here where it is to about right here somewhere. So whenever you'd walk in... You would walk in about right here, and you would see, I'd terraform this a little bit more, but you'd see this, and then you come in, you'd see like the farm and the lake. I add some fish in there, and then you would just see the cows coming by, and you come over this hill, and then the skyline hits you. And really, my favorite view of all of this is probably going to be from over the bridge. We're going to put a bridge right here coming over, but you can see all the rooftops and chimneys. You can see the castle in the background. I mean, just take a look. It just looks fantastic. I really think it does. It turned out very well. But I'm probably going to wind up ending the episode here in the village. We're not going to have time, definitely, to work on the CNS Towers projects this week. However, I'm going to get right to work on that in the coming days. Beginning of next episode, I'll have the rest of this village done. I'm going to kind of work on it on the stream, detailing and stuff like that. So if you want to check out the stream, my Twitch channel, I think it's like twitch.tv/conman1125. And the link is in, I'm probably going to drop it in the description of this video. And it's always in the little links page of my YouTube channel. So if you want to see how all this is done, I usually stream every weekday at about 2 p.m. or so. Especially on Mondays and Wednesdays. I'm like a 4-hour stream on Monday and Wednesday. But going back to this village, we're going to make this a little marketplace with the tents, and we're probably going to use like carpets. And of course, we're going to go with our standard colors, which is blue and white. You can see my banner right there, blue and white. And this used to be Tim's banner. It was really cool. I might move these over here towards the door. But this will be like a little marketplace where people can come and sell their items that they make. And then blast over here. We added this gatehouse too. I don't know if I've shown you that in previous scenes, but we did the gatehouses on the stream. It was really good. A lot of good ideas. I want to leave the original generation here, but I might tweak it just to make it look a little better. Make this transition a little bit more smooth into the desert. And of course, I don't know if I'm going to move these or not. Probably not. And then, but let's go ahead and take a look at our list and see what we've done this episode and see if we can. Okay, finish the town. We're going to take that down because we've done all the major builds. Make gatehouses on all outer wall entrances. Yeah, put that in the comment if you want me to move that, because I'm waiting on the gatehouse to do that. Fix original village trading hall. We're going to still do that. Finish terraforming. We did that. Build bridge across the river. We got to do that. Finish castle interior. We still have to do that. So we still have a lot of things to do in the castle. But that's going to have to wait until later episodes. And to be honest, I'm going to be doing a lot of this stuff on the stream. Making the gatehouses, those are easy little things that I can do on the stream. I don't like to do tedious stuff like this on the stream. It's just boring, and it's a lot of me figuring out stuff and going back and forth from creative to survival. But seriously, let me know in the comments. What do you like seeing in these episodes? Do you like more scenes? Would you like me to try to include more time lapses? They're hard for me to film, but if you guys want them, I'll include them. Do you want to see more building? I do a lot of the building off camera. I barely do any building on camera. I think I should do more on camera. So next episode we might try a little bit more building. It'll make the episodes a little bit more longer, but I think that's what we need. So yeah, I did this entrance. I don't know if I showed you or not earlier. Did this entrance come in here, And I prettied this up a little bit. I took all the miscellaneous blocks out of the village trading hall, but I think I'm going to make it about 4 to 5 blocks taller and include some pillars similar to these in them. And that'll really make it part of this build. And also, well, something I can show you is we went in here and we started doing the interior of this room. So you come in here, and of course the hallway's not done yet. You come in here, you open the door, and this is kind of like a little apartment, a little hotel room. Come in here, you got the beds, you got the closet with the shelves in it. I think that looks pretty neat. And just a small little cozy room, nothing too fancy, because again, it's almost the end of the season. Nobody's probably ever going to stay in there, but I do want to get this done. It's time. But yeah, so next episode, we're going to be going this way, and we're going to be spending a lot of time over there. But again, if you guys don't remember, we are closing the season out pretty soon. As soon as the first part of 117 comes out, we're probably going to end the season and start the new season 2. Or season 1.5. We're throwing around some ideas. And I'll probably talk about that in later episodes. And also, you guys can look forward to a world tour. I'm going to be doing one probably a week or 2 from now. So pretty much after the next episode. So after episode 10, you guys should be looking out for the world tour, where I'll be taking you around other people's builds and showing them off with them giving us the tour. But next week we will be spending a lot of time right here at CNS Towers. A lot of things to do, a big long list of stuff that we got to get done before the season ends. But I'm going to stop rambling on, and I'm going to let you guys go. This is the end of the episode, the end of the line. I hope you guys enjoyed, and please like and subscribe. It really helps me out. But more than that, leave a comment. Tell me what I'm doing right. Tell me what I'm doing wrong. Tell me what you want to see more of, less of, or not at all. I'll see you guys next week on episode 10 of Hermits on Bedrock.